Welcome to the 2017-18 Debutante Esquire program. We are excited to work with you and excited for you as you are taking this important step in the college planning process. In this video, you will learn both Debutante Esquire expectations, what to wear on the night of the ball, what not to wear on the night of the ball, as well as a brief recap of the social and dining etiquette video series. At the end of the video, please ask any and all questions that you may have. Remember, there's never a dumb question. Congratulations, and let's get started. Esquires and escorts expectations. Esquires and escorts are expected to keep parents and guardians informed of all information. Use gentlemanlike qualities. Be respectful at all times. Attend all meetings and be on time. Ask questions for keeping informed and avoid confusion or misunderstandings. Keep committee members informed of any and all problems that may arise that you may encounter, including speaking with your mentor. Dress appropriately at all times for practices. No sweatpants, hoodies, slacking pants, and no ripped or torn jeans. Please ensure that you wear a belt, as slacking and sagging pants are not acceptable. You are an esquire and escort. Both esquires and escorts should arrive at the Hanover Manor neatly groomed in a dress shirt with a tie of your choice, dress pants with a belt to prevent sagging, and dress shoes, along with an optional sports jacket or suit jacket. They too will meet with the photographer to take their individual and group pictures, as well as rehearse with the choreographer and eat dinner together with the debutante. Esquired escorts are required to rent a tuxedo. The tuxedo must be rented from Cozy Formal Wear, located on South Street in Morristown. The price of the tuxedo rental is $85. There's a $20 deposit required at the time of your first fitting. The fitting for tuxedos should be no later than March 31st, 2018. Tuxedo pickup for the ball is Thursday, April 26, 2018. Esquires and escorts must pick up tuxedos in person so that they can try it on and ensure that they have everything they need. Tuxedo returns are no later than the Monday following the ball to avoid additional rental fees. Remember, arrive at the ball in slacks or khakis, a button-down shirt, tie, and dress shoes. Be prepared to change into your tuxedo at the venue. Bring everything that you will need. Debutante expectations. Debutantes are expected to keep parents and guardians and escort informed of all important information. They are expected to use ladylike qualities at all times. Be respectful. Attend all meetings and please be on time. Ask questions, as many as you need to avoid confusion or misunderstandings. Keep committee members informed of any and all issues that you may encounter, including informing your mentor. Dress appropriately at all times for practices. No tight, ripped, or torn clothing. No sweatpants, hoodies, leggings, midriff tops, short skirts, or dresses. Remember, you are a debutante. On the night of the ball, debutantes are expected to arrive at the Hanover Manor in a cocktail dress prior to changing into their formal gowns later in the evening. Once at the venue, debutantes will meet with the photographer to take their individual and group pictures, as well as rehearse with the choreographer and eat dinner together. In this picture, Maya, Jasmine, and Sharon each demonstrate a perfect example of an acceptable cocktail dress. Debutante attire the night of the ball. Debutantes are responsible for purchasing the following items: a floor-length white formal ball gown with sleeves, short or cap, pearl-studded earrings, pearl necklace depending on the neckline of your dress, white gloves, arm, wrist or elbow length, white shoes, white slip and undergarments. If you are unsure about the style of dress you like or have chosen, please feel free to see a club member or your mentor for assistance. The attire for the debutante the night of the ball is extremely important. Remember, you are a beautiful, classy, and distinguished young lady being presented to society. This is a night you will never forget, and you want it to be a positive memory. Not only do you want to prevent wardrobe malfunctions, but you also want a dress that is functional as you'll be performing both formal and contemporary dances in which you need the flexibility to move. First, let's discuss what not to wear. Unacceptable dress styles. Strapless. Must wear a white bolero jacket with a gown. Excessively long or wide. Form fitting and mermaid dresses. Spaghetti straps. You must wear a white bolero jacket with gowns. Low cut. Front and back of your gowns. Split skirts or pants. Gowns with trains. Wearing a white bolero jacket, a caplet, and other options to add straps that are 1.5 inches wide or more will make a strapless gown acceptable to wear. In these examples, the dresses are unacceptable for one or more of the following reasons: low cut, exposed back, low cut V shaped neckline exposing your breasts, excessively long dresses, high thigh splits, excessively poofy dresses, trains on the back of dresses, form-fitting dresses, mermaid-style dresses, sheer dresses around the breast area. Remember, if in doubt, ask or text a picture to the Deb Committee or ask your mentor. As strapless dresses are not allowed, there are many options available that can transform your beautiful strapless dress into an acceptable debutante gown. Here, we see a detachable strap that is removable from your dress to wear as a strapless in the future. Next are a variety of different types of straps that can be added to your dress by any seamstress or tailor, transforming your dress from unacceptable gowns to an acceptable gown attire. Other options are adding a bolero jacket or capelet that simply goes over your strapless dress. You can find these at your major retail stores as well as online at Amazon. Please make sure that both your dress and accessories are white, not off-white, ivory, eggshell, or some other variation of white. Our past debutantes looked absolutely stunning the night of the ball. Here you see our past debutante Sharon, who opted to wear a fashionable wraparound shawl over her strapless dress. Next, we have debutante Maya, who opted to have a beautiful sleeve added to her strapless dress. And finally, debutante Janaea opted to wear a beautiful bolero jacket. There are many ways to take your dress from being unacceptable to acceptable. And now, finally, let's recap what we've learned on dining and social media in the previous workshop. Remember the acronym FORKS. Looking at your formal dining setting from left to right, you have your salad fork, or F, the plate, which is your O, a circle, the R, letting you know that everything that follows will be on the right of the plate, your knife, K, and your spoon, S. The Hanover manner will place an additional fork on the left, making it a total of 3 forks, different from the 2 you see in the picture. The extra fork is for the fish, if it is being served on the menu. Now let's recap social media. Employers vet candidates' social media accounts prior to granting an interview or offering employment. Don't lose the job before you fully apply. Ask for permission before tagging people in posts or photos. Use the caption, "Tag yourself," so they are giving their consent to be tagged. Always use high-definition photos as your profile picture on professional portals such as LinkedIn. Remember, everything you put out there on social media stays there forever. Don't let what you say and how you feel in 2017 impact your future in 2027. Well, that's it. The workshop is officially completed. We will finish up with 2 short video clips on dining etiquette.
I'm Terry Ewing, your lifestyle etiquette expert, here today to talk to you about table etiquette settings, manners, and some classic mistakes. This is a typical table setting, both formal or informal. You have your bread plate, you have your salad fork, dinner fork, your dessert fork and spoon, which you can use for your coffee. And then on the other side, you have your dinner knife with your soup spoon. Your napkin, of course, is in the middle of your plate when you start off, and you take your napkin and you place that on your lap before every meal. Proper etiquette or manners at a table would include never, ever chew with your mouth open. Never pick your teeth, slouch, or put your arm on the table, or reach to try to grab something on the dinner table. It's unacceptable. Or even grooming your hair. That is unacceptable as well. A huge common mistake that you should really try to avoid is never to use someone's bread plate or use their wine glass or water bottle. What you can do for a quick tip is to always do the OK signs. The B on the left and the D on the right. It's a quick tip to remember that your bread is always on your left and the drink is always on your right. You'll never, ever, ever be mistaken at a dinner party by taking someone's bread or their wine glass. So again, this is Terry Ewing, your lifestyle etiquette expert, here talking about table manners, mistakes, and different scenarios.
Don't speak with your mouth full. Okay, so restaurant etiquette is just common sense, but they, of course, can be some rules that are a little bit confusing for you. So here to show us good table manners is Susan Van Helens. She's the director of the Protocol School of Phoenix. It's an organization specializing in teaching etiquette. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
I have my elbows on the table. Off the table. That's still a rule.
Off.
How about my cell phone?
Off.
Off. Oh my goodness, I have my cell phone on. I have everything going on that's not supposed to. What about if I get to the table and I have chewing gum in my mouth?
Swallow it.
Swallow?
Swallow it.
All right, well, thank you so much for clarifying some of those. Susan, what exactly have you seen trending out when it comes to table manners and etiquette? Are people just downright rude these days?
They talk with their mouth full of food. They're downright rude. They don't know how to hold a fork. They wave the fork around like it's a pointer. It's just wild out there.
And they're telling jokes at the table. They're taking pictures of their plates. They're taking pictures of each other. What are we just a gadget world? We can't seem to do without our gadgets.
We
take
just
them everywhere
can't
we
stop.
go.
We don't realize what we're doing. We're just doing. We're not thinking of anyone else. So we just do it.
But etiquette is universal, you say.
Yes.
I'm going to put the phone on the floor because I do
right.
want to give respect here. So etiquette is universal. You say if we get the rules down, it's the first impressions are what matters.
Are forever. First impressions are lasting. You do not want to mess up.
Okay, so how do we not
Let's
mess
put
up?
our napkin on the table.
Okay, on our lap.
On your lap.
Okay,
Put your napkin on your lap.
all right.
And one assumes that you're sitting at a table with other people, so you wait until your host picks up their fork and starts the meal before you grab it and get into it. And have eaten half your food before someone else has been served.
So it always should be the host, and that's the person who invited you?
That's correct.
Okay. I have to say, Susan, there's some utensils I don't recognize. What
I
are
know.
these?
This is a fish fork and a fish knife.
Okay.
And it's really quite interesting, that extra fat tine.
Yeah.
Lifting bones and things like that when you get a whole fish. These are almost outdated pieces of silverware because today your fish comes to you at the table usually boned.
Okay, well you said you wanted to go over the top when it comes to the table setting. All right, so what should we do once the food arrives, once the host picks up the fork? What's the first fork we should use?
The one on the outside.
Okay.
So obviously we're having fish today.
All
Yummy.
right.
And then we're going to cut it.
Okay.
Turn this over so the sharp part cut, and you're going to just put it in your mouth like this.
And it should be tines down?
Tines down, not this way.
Okay, so why do we as Americans turn them up and shovel it in then?
I don't know. Because they do it all the time.
So
this is how I make money.
So what is the proper way of doing this?
If you're going to turn that fork over, you have to put the knife down, you got to flip the fork over, and you can eat it this way.
Okay, so once you put the knife down, you turn it.
You have to change it. Now you can eat it this way, but most people that I tutor will start like this, and then they'll do this.
That's incorrect.
That's very incorrect.
What's the correct way? Just to keep the tines down?
Keep the tines
and is that
down.
to keep us eating smaller bites?
It's just more civilized looking.
And what about steak? This is a fish meal that we're,
Yes,
our make-believe
yes,
meal.
our make-believe meal
But
here.
what about if it was steak?
The same thing. Steak, eat the same way.
Okay, so we just keep, and then what about when we're finished? What should we do? What should we do with our napkin if we have to go to the restroom?
You put it on your chair.
Put the napkin on
your chair, not on the table.
Okay, and what about if we are not, when we're completely finished with our meal, what should we do to signal that we're done?
We signal that we're through with the meal and the waiter can take it because we do our knife and fork together sort of at 10 and 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And that lets the waiter know that you can take the plate. However, if people are still eating, you might want to put your fork and knife in a resting position like this.
So that means don't
That
take our
means
plate.
don't take my plate. Sometimes they want to, but say not yet.
All right, so what about the modern day woman? A lot of women are inviting men out. Should we pick up the check?
Yes.
So what's the rule? So if you invite,
If I invite, I do. When I invite someone, I give my credit card to the maitre d'. I tell them to leave it at the desk. I'll come by and sign it, 20% tip. Do not bring that bill to the table. So it's taken care of.
All right, so our purse off the table as well.
Off
All
the
right,
table.
yeah, hopefully you got all of that. That's a lot of rules thrown at you pretty quickly. We served it up fast. Susan, thank you so much. For more etiquette advice, we have put a link to Susan's school on our website, SonoraLiving.com. Terry, did you get all that?